Hi there, this is Paula from Replicon. So, you have to enter hours in a timesheet. That can certainly be a repetitive task, but it's a critical one since your company uses timesheet data to calculate important things like payroll and billing. So I'm going to give you a quick tour to help you use your timesheet efficiently. But before I start, note that this is a tour of the duration-based timesheet format, which looks something like this. In this format, you enter how long you worked on something, say 1 hour for a meeting or 8 hours for a shift. The other option we offer is an in-out timesheet, where you record your start and end times. If you record start and end times, stop this video and look for our in-out tour. Now without further delay, let's take a look at what you can do with your duration-based timesheet. First, you can add a new row, like this. If you record time worked against projects or tasks, you can select those here. If you record time against activities, those will display here instead. Is your time billable? If so, you can select a billing rate, but only if more than one rate is available to you. Otherwise, your default rate will be used and you won't be given the option. Next, you can enter the number of hours you worked. Add more rows if you worked on more than one thing. If you need to record a comment related to one of your time entries, you can. Just click the plus icon for the cell in question. If you see a message that looks like this at the top of your timesheet, a validation error or warning is in effect. For example, you might see a warning if you haven't entered enough hours for a day. If you see a message like this, read it and fix the error, since it might prevent you from submitting your timesheet. If you have a Book Time Off button, you can submit time off bookings from within your timesheet. This can be handy if you took unplanned time off, like sick time. And if you messed up, you can use the Clear All option and remove all data and start over. Note that you can simplify things by copying data from a previous timesheet or from your schedule. To do that, click Overwrite With and select an option. Note that your changes are automatically saved, so you don't have to remember to save. What you will have to remember to do is submit your timesheet once you've finished filling it out by clicking Submit for approval. The due date should display here. If you're curious about who's approving it, click See All Approvers. After you've submitted your timesheet, you can check the approval details table to see whether it was approved or rejected, and to see any comments your approvers made about the timesheet. But note, you'll likely be sent a notification once it's approved or rejected, so you don't usually have to look back at submitted timesheets. If you do need to look at an older timesheet, you can navigate to it by clicking See All Timesheets. Note that typically your current timesheet displays by default when you open Replicon, but you can choose to always see your oldest unsubmitted timesheet when you log in, if you prefer, by clicking this cog icon and adjusting your settings. This can help you remember to submit older items. Wondering what this refresh button does? This button triggers payroll recalculation based on data in your timesheet. Generally speaking, you could ignore this button, though clicking it won't cause any issues. Note, you can also record time in your timesheet using our mobile app, Replicon Mobile, which is available in the App Store and the Play Store. One final note, since Replicon offers optional timesheet elements, like custom fields, you may have features in your timesheet I didn't mention, or you may be missing one or two small items that I did mention. To find out more about your timesheet, go to replicon.com/help and click Employees. There's a whole list of help topics for timesheet users. Or you can post a question in our community or contact Replicon support. That's all from me for now. Thanks for your time.